home, which led us to having a very pleasant interview with the FBI. Things have progressed well past the point of that's just what the internet does. Ian,
and that's what I was saying, like, yo, bro, again, Ian should be able to be one of the most people that would understand this, bro. Yeah, all this shit was crazy. It be on the internet, niggas beefing, but bro, once shit start happening in real life, that's when it's like, like, we gotta get this fuckery done. CPS show up in real life, that shit is cooked. What the hell's going on? Skulls show up at the doorstep, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is bro? This shit just keep getting wilder. You already know what it is, baby. What's shaking? What's cracking? I ain't gonna lie, we just came off of recording part 2 of the official Ethan Klein response to Idubbbz Content Cop H3. And if y'all know anything about that vid, the Content Cop, terrible. Bad works. But you already know that's a whole yap session itself, and y'all will see that, you know what I'm saying, posted probably like straight after this, if not a little bit later. But within all that, yeah, little backstory. Like, yo, I'm getting off that junk. I'm about to go get ready to start exporting, uploading that boy. I see in that Al pops up on H3 Productions, the channel. My response to Idubbbz-H3, I said, say no more. I ain't gonna cap. Plus, I'm hearing within the woodworks, you know what I'm saying, that apparently 2 human skulls were sent to Ethan Ela's crib. I have no idea what is going on, so you already know what it is. We about to go ahead and get all the context for that, John, and I'm hoping, you know, that Ethan is about to be adding the context that Ian left out of the Content Cop. So yeah, a lot of context is about to be going on and being needed here. So let's get right into it. I ain't gonna lie, you already know what it is. Shout out Ethan, Page, H3 Productions. Shout out to H3 fam. It's lit, but like I said in the intro, we got my response to Idubbbz-H3. You already know. If you want to watch the OG vid, down in the description, first link, go share the love. I ain't gonna lie. Been saying it. Like I said, shout out to H3 fam. Let's get into it.
A few days ago, my good friend Ian, also known as Idubbbz, released a Content Cop about...
He sure did. It was pretty dog shit.
...me. His video's over an hour long, and it's full...
An hour long of trash.
...full of a lot of accusations. We watched the entire video, every frame of it, responded to every accusation on the podcast, and a really long episode. We watched the whole thing, so if you're interested in a more thorough response to everything, I would recommend watching...
Facts, I ain't gonna lie. You already know I'm watching that, posting part 2 basically right after this, so go check it out. But definitely, of course, go share love with Ethan and the gang. We love to see it, gang.
This episode. The video that I'm making today, however, I don't need an hour for, because there's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time child protection.
I was about to say, CPS? No, he did not. Oh, he didn't. But I made sure to keep mentioning that shit because that was the most important part. Ian was going about all this other shit, making up all these other bullshit ass scenarios, saying like Ethan's a fucking tyrant and that bro like heads in the crew, they just can't stand all this other shit. I'm like, nigga, Ian, yo, fuck talking about all these other people, especially heads on the Easter team, because like, bro, you're making up complete bullshit. Fuck it, fuck he dead. You brought like Hassan Denims and all these other niggas, Frogan, Sean the Black, all these heads on your shit, brother. You need to keep it straight, directly about what was going on with you. And the main problem that Ethan had, my nigga, was that you stayed silent and couldn't disavow CPS being called falsely. That's all it was. That's all it was. He couldn't do it, bruh.
Protective Services. Not one time in the entire video, he never says CPS. No mention, no explanation, no overview, nothing. Zero mentions of CPS. A few weeks ago, Child Protective Services showed up to our house at 6 a.m. to interrogate us about an anonymous tip they got that our kids were crawling around and eating dog shit at catching diseases. Ian spends the majority of his video characterizing
this is just fucking crazy.
Me like a raving lunatic who's lashing out at everyone around me with zero provocation.
Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help, maybe if he stopped.
Maybe he's able to get some help. Motherfucker, did you get help? That fucking therapy you said you and Anissa went and got, it didn't look like that shit did shit. I'm not gonna lie, the only motherfucker that needs help is you, nigga. Clearly.
Harassing other creators. Maybe if he does these things Eventually, he'll find peace.
Harassing other creators? You mean the creators were most definitely also harassing him as well? What the fuck are we talking about, my nigga? Like, yo, they're trying to call CPS on his kids, and you're talking about he's harassing niggas. What the fuck?
And we can, like, rekindle our friendship.
Nigga, no one's rekindling shit with your dumb ass. What the fuck?
And I feel like I am speaking up for a lot of people who have problems with you. And a lot of people...
Oh my god, I just saw this part when watching fucking part 2 too. Like,
who have been on the receiving end of your harassment.
What he doesn't say is the majority of these clips he's using are taken from this episode. Now, does he ever show the title of this episode? No, he does not.
Snark called Child Protective Services, and they sure fucking did. I ain't gonna. And you know why the Snark did that shit? Because all that shit was propagated by niggas like Bad Empanada, who is, oh my god, platformed by Denims. You know, Ian? The motherfucker that you really, really want to be friends with so bad. Like, shit is crazy.
Ever show the title of this episode. Snark called Child Protective Services on us. Not only does he not show the title, he doesn't explain why I'm upset, who I'm mad at, why I'm mad at them.
He literally leaves out all of the context. Like, there is no context in that vid, and that's why I keep saying that shit is bad faith, because if you don't add context to the situation, how can people truly understand how bad it's supposed to be, and or keeping it respective on both sides, which, again, bad faith, so you know it's not going to be like that.
Zero context. I am just an anonymous screaming lunatic.
It's been pleasant hanging out with you. I've enjoyed your content over the years, and as of late, it's gotten really fucking shitty.
No, Ian, your content has gotten really shitty. And at the end of the day, all that shit is subjective opinions. But brother, it's like you're projecting so fucking bad. And then you had the nerve at the end of your shit to be fucking crying like you're the ultimate victim in this bitch. Yo, I can't, bro. Like, bro, that shit is...
Yeah, so go fuck yourself.
I agree.
Who else? Who else do we want to burn today?
Who else do we want to burn today? You're making it so fucking obvious that this is your emotional dumping ground.
Yes, again, and just like I was saying in part 2, but obviously you're gonna see this first. I'm not even gonna cap, because the part 2 shit is gonna take forever to upload. You already know, because it's long as hell. I think it was like 2 hours. I'm breaking the fourth wall. But like, yes, bruh. Yes, bro. I would feel... I wouldn't feel, you know what I'm saying, that mad at Ethan or Ela for being very, very emotional on this shit. Especially when this shit was going on. You know, the shit that you forgot. Not even forgot. You blatantly and disingenuously left out, Ian. You fucking moron. Yes, they're gonna be very emotional. They're going to emotionally dump when fucking CPS shows up to the front door, you dumbass nigga. It's like, what... Yo, it's crazy to me, bro. These niggas be blowing my shit, bro. Pause, but like what the fuck is going on here, bro? Like, how niggas could be this bad faith? Like, you, Nick... Hey,
it's horrible.
That's what he wants
this
to
is
do.
not what podcasts are. There was a way to approach us to say, like, yeah, we feel hurt by you guys not saying something. You've decided to do the extra thing and attack.
In this episode, the same day that CPS came to my home, I was understandably irate. This was a provocation.
And I cannot be mad at Ethan for feeling that way. They're trying to take my fucking kids. These motherfuckers are propagating for my kids to be taken away from me. I would be absolutely pissed if I was him too. I'm absolutely fucking fuming. Like,
that I had not experienced. It went into my real world, was affecting my children and my life in a way that I found extremely disturbing, and an escalation that I found very unacceptable. Now, why am I mad at Ian for that?
I feel like that's... Like, obviously, crashing out and going crazy on other motherfuckers on the internet shit is like, whatever. You probably shouldn't get into that shit. But when it's coming, again, and this is what I was just got off of saying within the part 2 shit. Like, yo, of all people, Ian should be one of those motherfuckers that should be able to, real life, be able to split this up from an internet and real life perspective. Like, okay, yeah, niggas was having all this beefs and going on the fucking dramas and all this shit going on the internet. But, like, bro, when CPS, again, is dead-ass showing up to the front door, really getting in this bitch, and it's really getting serious to where the situation could potentially have, again, Ethan, have his kids taken away. Like, bro, Ian, you of all niggas, again, because you've been friends, you and Ethan been friends for a minute, bro. You've seen all this shit. You of all people should be able to see, like, yeah, no, that's blatantly not true. Like, yo, he obviously loves his kids, treating his kids right. Like, yo, they called CPS fucking falsely. but you refuse. It's like, bro, it's like, yo, this nigga, I've been saying it the whole time. The nigga just snaky. That's all it is.
Well, let's start here. Denims is someone he's accusing me of in his video of harassing. Let's see what...
That is so fucking stupid. Like, bro. Right. Ethan's harassing Denims. But what is Denims doing? Let's go ahead and ask that question.
Denims said about my children 3 days before CPS was called.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mouth.
Oh my god. Where the fuck are they at? Hey yo, you fuck. Yo, here. Take these bitches. Actually, damn, the camera doesn't even go that fucking far. Wait, hold on. Yo, take these shits, bro. Because every time I see this nigga, bro, this nigga is primarily the reason this whole CPS shit happened. Actually, it literally just is primarily this nigga. Oh, and also this fucking dumbass. But, like, yo, like, literally, these two motherfuckers alone are damn near, like, the whole reason why this shit is even happening, bro. Like,
Mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for a number of different reasons. So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just, like, covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids, like, crawl into the dog shit, and God forbid, I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it, or if it's just from, like, contact with it with their hands or something, but they contracted a parasite.
I can't, bro. Because every time I be seeing fucking Denims do these dumbass gestures, bro, like, I swear to God, this shit gets my blood boiling like none other. Like, yo, Denims, you're making these faces. Are you gonna, like, be like, yo, this is kind of fucked? Like, wait, how do we know this shit is true? Wait, of course your dumbass is not doing that. Like, what are we talking about? No, you're busy, again, making these Sims 4 gestures. I'm getting tired of these shits. You're gonna need, you gonna need a new pack of emotes or some shit, bro. You need some V-Bucks for that shit? Because I swear to God, bro, this shit, bro. You know, whatever.
Site that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia from the dog shit that is all over his house.
Dude, how is it that, like,
is this true?
Maybe once a week I look into...
Is this true? Or are you gonna go and look into some information to find out if it's true or not? No. You're just gonna believe this shit right off the gate, right? Facts. And you're gonna believe it right off the gate because any negative shit, again, as seen this clip, you know what I'm saying? Any negative shit you see about Ethan, you're seeing it every day, but you're not gonna question that shit. Why? Whose side are you on? We know. Like, come on, man.
What Ethan Klein's been up to, and every time I manage to find more and more terrible shit. This is where Ethan tells a story about his family getting Giardia.
We already have mold Mondays. Now we have shit Saturdays.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children. I mean, much like many other illnesses, it's very, very, very dangerous when infants get the same sicknesses that adults get. There are lots of things that you can get as an adult. You're totally fine. You'll be A-okay. No problem. A child, a small infant that has no immune system, shouldn't be catching anything.
No wonder his house is covered in dog shit, and his neglected children raised by nannies have contracted parasites previously unknown to science from the feces. I wonder why he skipped over all of this, because everything that I said in this story, which, by the way, was apparently compiled by his crew, playing...
No wonder this motherfucker is always sick. Yeah, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense now.
It literally doesn't make sense because, again, you have no proof to prove that all this shit is definitely happening and was real.
It makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own. How is this happening? How is it
Again, plausible deniability. Right out that shit. Didn't deny it. None of that shit. You agree.
happening? How is this happening? Yeah, I mean, I don't even make fun of people's weight. I've never made fun of people's weight. I do make fun of people's posture. If you're making an active decision that, like, you don't give a fuck about your health or your posture or your dog shitting all over the house to the point where your kids are...
Again, Denims, you fucking idiot. You had no proof of that. You're putting this shit out there. You had no fucking proof. Bro.
Or getting Giardia. That's the image of someone who is not well.
How do you know? How do you know all of the shit you're saying is true? You fucking don't. Like,
wait, what? Wait, what, Denims? Wait, what? You guys didn't know about this? Yeah.
Like, look at this fucking...
Meth
Oh my god. Yo, it's so hard not to start fucking raging, bro.
Oh,
Like,
God.
go fuck yourself.
Even after
Denims.
CPS was called, Denims attempted to justify it by claiming that it's okay because children can't be traumatized.
I don't want you
That shit was so fucking dumb. I remember that shit, bruh.
to create any bad memory here for them. Like, they are 5 and 3. They don't understand this shit. So I told him,
Create any bad memory for them. You're not forming memories at 3 years old.
The
It's
IQ
very
score
rare that you're
going
forming
down.
memories at 5 years old.
Yeah, you're just so
Nah,
fucking
yes, you are.
stupid.
No, you're not.
And then she looks up. I love how, and it was so funny because in her response, she looks it up, and the shit straight up just denies her, and she just cut that whole shit out in her response. I'm like, oh my fucking god, that shit had me so mad.
When we're talking about being able to remember, being able to recall memories, it's like 4 is the cutoff.
How do you know
But-
this? How do you know this? And again, you looked this shit up, and you were blatantly fucking wrong.
Even if you are forming any memories at 4, you're not going to be able to remember them past like 15.
That's like great. Excellent. How do you know this? Again, and what is she citing to confirm this?
You have maybe 1 or 2 memories.
If you're wondering who the guy is she's watching, his name is Bad Empanada. And as far as harassment campaigns go, you'd think
The Crayola chewer himself. I ain't gonna lie, boy. That motherfucker, he sure does. Yo, just look at the nigga. You know what? Let me chill. We not supposed to go on appearances, but yeah, nah. This nigga, he's a fucking bitch.
that Ian, as someone who cares so deeply about it, would be talking about him and not me. Here's a small taste.
I'd like to pay tribute to Ethan Klein and the new Twitch TOS that declares Zionism. Zion is the slur. I'd like to pay tribute to him by playing the first in Al-Aqsa video game where you kill Zionist soldiers as a Palestinian resistance fighter. Anyways, are these Israelis? They're just standing there? I mean...
And then yeah, like he had made Ethan Ela in the fucking game and was killing him and shit. I'm like, bro, how are we supposed to take a nigga like this serious? Like, hold on, bro. Like, I'm blocking this shit. How are we supposed to take a nigga like him serious, bro? Get this nigga the fuck out of here, bro. Like, this nigga in no regard should any of this nigga's points, anything that pops out this nigga mouth be taken serious in any fashion. None. Like, bro, do you see what the fuck he's doing? How are you about to justify to me that this is normal? Like, that this shit is normal. It's just not.
Is the Israeli army a bunch of Ethan Kleins? Like, they're all on a fucking Ozempic binge? They don't understand what's going on around them? They haven't noticed me? Where do they keep the secretaries? In here? I'm hunting for secretaries right now.
Like, bro, are you hearing this shit? Are we seeing this shit? Or are we just like... But, you know what's so funny? Did Ian include any of this shit? No. So I ain't gonna lie, here's the context. Here's the context for the heads that, you know what I'm saying, saw the content cop and just didn't understand why the fuck that shit was so ass. Because, yeah, it was missing quite literally all the context and shit.
Secretary got...
Here's Bad Empanada once again, who posted a story saying, I'm the one who called CPS on Ethan Klein. I want CPS
Nah, it was the niggas from the snark, but...
to take his kids away because they are seriously in danger.
And, again, where was that niggas getting proof that his kids were seriously in danger? They were seriously gonna have harm come to them. There was none. There was none. So where the fuck was that nigga getting that shit from?
Today was pretty bad, wasn't it? Really sucked for you. You were so disappointed. The betrayal of one of your closest long-term friends, huh? TikTok.
Oh, no, you're not done.
TikTok, because this was just a taste. This was just a small part of what we have all.
Yeah, get this nigga Ian the fuck off my screen. This loser ass nigga, bro. We not done cutting yo ass nigga. Hold on.
Organized for you. It's only gonna get worse.
Bitch ass
It's
nigga.
only gonna get worse, Mr.
chew up,
Klein.
We definitely don't give a fuck about Denim's dumbass again.
Every day, sit there just waiting just waiting in misery, in fear of what we have in store for you. Tick-tock goes the clock.
Maybe if he stops harassing other
I swear to God, yeah. Bad Empanada, shut the fuck up, nigga! You're done! You're done! You've been bullshitting this whole time, bro. Stop making up fucking fantasies, my nigga. You're on bullshit. You're spreading this false information. You're spreading this fucking misinformation, you dumbass nigga. And that is blatantly fucking up niggas' lives. So yeah, it would be great if you did me the favor and stop being a weird ass nigga, bro. Like, yeah, come on, bro. The shit you out here saying, bro, is again literally directly as called CPS. They come to Ethan and Hila doorstep, bro. You on weird shit. Like, chill the fuck out.
creators.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, just leaves the shit on the floor.
Maybe if he does these things, eventually he'll find peace.
The house is just like covered in dog shit, and he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit.
And I feel like I am speaking up for a lot of people who have problems with you.
I don't know what they do.
Yes, these motherfuckers. These are the people that have problems with Ethan. And you know what's so funny? Well, disregarding this nigga Bad Empanada, because this nigga is not liked by anyone. Everyone thinks this nigga's crazy. But especially with Denims, yeah, Denims is directly sucking off Hassan every day. Like, she team Hassan. So yeah, of course you want to be fighting for these motherfuckers, because you clearly had a problem with Ethan. Ethan was no real friend to you, I guess, which is fucked up on your case. But bro, you wanted to be in cahoots with these niggas, bro. With niggas like this, bro. Like, directly. You wanted to be in the fucking Hassan inner circle. So, yeah. Yeah, of course I would expect you to be calling out for people. Yeah, on your dumb shit.
With it. I don't know if they eat it, or if it's just from, like, contact with it with their hands or something.
I was particularly angry during this episode entitled Snark Called CPS on Us, because I hold Denims to be one of the primary reasons, in my opinion, why CPS was called.
I agree. I fully agree. Because, again, she was propagating the same shit that dumbass nigga at Bad Empanada was. So,
one of their friends, Froggy Tonic, had been spreading the same malicious rumor about me on Twitter for days before CPS was called as well.
I used to work with this video editor named Froggy Tonic. I discovered him because he was in the circles online that I was in. There would be an occasional Froggy tweet where I'd be like, I agree with that, you know? Like, I'm not gonna endorse it, I'm not gonna retweet it or like it, but fair enough. Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago did say some truly mean shit. He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit, I'm sure.
Now let me show you the tweets that Ian conveniently omitted. Me when my 3 kids ask me why they haven't seen me in the past 4 months. I was in my basement. How can you shun a fallen fan when they worry about their 3 kids when they can't be bothered to protect their dogs? Ethan was neglectful with his dogs. He's already been neglectful with his kids, and
where is this nigga's proof of that shit?
He will continue to be. As a child of a neglectful, bipolar, narcissistic dad, that's precisely why I worry about Ethan.
Like, bro, this shit is it literally shows already you have bias against the motherfucker. That's why you're making up this shit. Again, this Froggy Tonic nigga had no proof for this shit, and yeah, whatever.
Ethan's kids. I explained it on the podcast, but the truth of the matter is, it's all a lie. It's all wrong. The man is talking about my children. He's painting me as a terrible parent, a neglectful parent, and saying that whose claim to fame as being Idubb's friend and former editor, is spreading malicious, damaging rumors about me that led to the CPS being called.
Like, that's exactly what I was saying back on the Empanada part of this shit, bro. I'm like, yo, you putting out this shit is literally got CPS showing up to doorsteps, bro. Literally just because you have like a fucking hate boner for the nigga for no reason. Or better yet, there is a reason. Because all you motherfuckers want to just go, ha ha. Glaze the fuck out of Hassan's dick, nigga. It's crazy, bro.
Which, by the way, Ian does not explain one time. He did not mention why I'm angry at Froggy Tonic. He did not mention why I'm angry at Denims. He did not mention the name of the episode. He did not mention what the episode was about.
Not even a little bit.
He actually has a perfect opportunity to explain the CPS call, but watch what he does here instead.
Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago did say some truly mean shit. He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheddar cheese, and a bunch of other shit.
What other shit, Ian? Other shit is doing a lot of heavy lifting, man. Now, why does this matter? Because Anissa was yucking it up with these guys during the period in which they were spreading this.
All I want is an image photo and a restaurant again in my life. I have like 3 big name women who want a piece, all fair heights and weights. I won't find a sure find a prize. You go out, spend some training, guys and takers. Session of anyone last year you can find. We don't care about this. For reason, bring on a watermelon over the job. Yeah, this show. Oh my god, you like your own tweets? Oh man, I stole this from
Rumor, and when the CPS call was made. The CPS call is central to understanding this story. You cannot tell this story without that context. And
that's exactly why, again, the video is so ass, and that's why I kept saying, like, bro, you can see all the parts where like it's specifically cut out, like the most important shit, and I'm like, brother, Ian, what the fuck are you doing? This is why I kept saying this shit was bad faith. You can't be cutting out, like, obviously, well, you shouldn't cut out the content, but you can't cut out the parts that especially leads up to what the clips is showing. Like, bruh, how the fuck are niggas supposed to understand what the hell is going on? But, I mean, this is why the video is quickly, everyone pretty much agreeing this shit is ass.
To try to tell this story without including that detail, it would be the most bad faith, cruel, gaslighting hit piece of all time. Unfortunately, that's exactly what he did. He convinced his audience that the reason that I'm mad, that I'm lashing out, simply because I'm a raving lunatic. I am
like, cause Ethan's going crazy and all that type of shit. Like, no, motherfucker. These niggas in the snark, these niggas like fucking, again, Denims, Bad Empanada are all propagating for CPS to come take his children. That's why he's going crazy. That's why he's a fucking lunatic. Yo, shit, again, like I said earlier, I would be going crazy too. Like, niggas are dead ass in real life trying to get my kids taken away from me. What the fuck, bro? Like,
crashing out. I'm just crazy and harassing his friends for no reason. And by the way, to my good friend Ian of 8 years, I really appreciate you weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial, weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help.
Someone who I've confided.
Like, this nigga Ian just made me never want to say the word crash out ever again. Like, bro, because that's completely the wrong context of crash out, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna fucking lie, bro. Like, in no way is Ethan crashing out. Yeah, he got emotional because, again, CPS was called to his crib. But, bro, a crash out? Nigga, nah, bro. Even though I don't blame him if he, again, would crash out because...
years with my struggles with it, who understands what I've been through, the lengths that I've gone to work on myself and improve my mental condition. For him to throw that in my face, to characterize anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment, is cruel and pathetic on a level I didn't think he would ever be possible of doing.
Well, looks like he was possible at doing this shit.
One ridiculous point he keeps hammering on is that I'm hating on him, I'm harassing him, simply because he's following people on Twitter.
We're not going to run to your defense when, we follow people. We be following. That's one fucked up thing that you...
Which is crazy, because, you want to follow motherfuckers like Denims, propagating CPS, dicking niggas' kids, falsely.
You can say about Anissa and I is, when we're on Twitter, we do be following.
I'm not upset, Ian, because you follow people. That
exactly, and that was another point that was made in part 2, because, like, bro... Obviously, you can follow some heads on social medias and shit and not agree with everything they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, duh, you're not going to agree with every point. It's just fucking social shit. But when you've been around heads, you know what I'm saying, Ian? When you've been around Ethan and you motherfuckers have been friends for the longest time, you've seen the situations. It's like, yeah, more or less in that beat, like, yeah, what you're doing then in that case matters way more. And yeah, you not saying shit, you not disavowing, mattered way fucking more, bruh. Like,
absurd. I'm mad because you are actively engaging with these people on social media, in DMs, while this harassment is happening, seemingly indifferent to it, silent on it. In a sense, I felt like you were more on their side than my side.
Because he is. Nah, he just blatantly is, but hindsight.
Our silence means something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure your shit out.
Our silence means something. That's exactly what we felt. Wow, it's almost like we were right about you.
Said we agree.
There's something that I've never talked about publicly, but around the same time, we received 2 human skulls in the mail at our
Yeah, what the hell? I need some more context on this shit. What is going on, bro? What the fuck?
home, which led us to having a very pleasant interview with the FBI. Things have progressed well past the point of that's just what the internet does. Ian,
And that's what I was saying, like, yo, bro, again, Ian should be able to be one of the most people that would understand this, bro. Yeah, all this shit was crazy. It'd be on the internet, niggas beefing, but bro, once shit start happening in real life, that's when it's like, yeah, nah, like, we gotta get this fuckery done. CPS show up in real life, that shit is cooked. What the hell's going on? Skulls show up at the doorstep, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is bro? This shit just keep getting wilder.
Ian had a recent revelation. He's transcended into a new person. He's achieved nirvana and discovered empathy at age 32.
Oh man.
I think only in these
Discovered
past
empathy at
couple of
30?
years have I gained the ability empathy, and
Oh no, hold on. No.
And discovered empathy at age 32.
I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy, and I'm very ashamed to admit that.
So when did you gain stupidity? When was that? I'd like to know, because I was gonna say from birth, but let me chill.
It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 30.
Actually, I can't even say that, because I gotta put some respect on the old Idubbbz, man, the real content cop. That motherfucker had some shit going on, even though he was fucking a little racist. I'll keep it a buck. But like, that motherfucker actually had good content and funny. Who the fuck is this loser? Actually, I know exactly who the fuck he is. Yo, say hello to Soy Dubs. Cause that's this nigga's name from now on. After that fucking shitty ass content cop, Soy Dubs.
Too, I've acquired empathy, but I have, and I've realized it because...
Oh no, better yet, because of the flick. Wait, hold on.
But I have, and...
Idubbbz, that's it, man. I ain't gonna lie, Idubbbz here, because that fucking Twitter post was so goddamn cornballs. I still cannot believe this flick is not AI. This flick should have been cooked up in Midjourney or some shit. I don't know what this is. Get it off my screen. Get it off of my you know what?
And I've realized it because I just like can't help myself but like...
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Okay, in all fairness, and I do not want to defend this fucking nigga. I swear to God, this nigga Ian. But I'm pretty sure this sword is like one of the shits from Demon Slayer. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure one of these swords is from Demon Slayer. So that's why it looks like
empathy.
But
I have, and I've realized it because I just like can't help myself but...
yeah, but that was just me clarifying. It's still fuck Ian. He's still a bitch ass nigga. Like, it's...
like feel for other people's pain and suffering.
It's fucking horrible.
Now, I'm still not
Make it
perfect.
stop.
I think that is, my empathy meter's only maybe like a quarter of the way filled up.
Nah. I wouldn't even give it a quarter. Maybe like 1%. I mean, you did just discover it.
Potentially, but it's at least there.
In the spirit of his newfound enlightenment, he had this to say.
I have made some cruel, hurtful content, and I need to acknowledge that, and I'm really sorry that it's taken me this long to acknowledge it. The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and...
So after all this, you decide to bring it back. And co-sign people who are doing that very same thing that you just said you didn't like that you were doing to other people, which is what's harassing him and all that shit. Or doing all this shit on. Oh, so how the tables have turned. Yeah, this is why no one gives a shit about your apologies anymore, fucking Ian. Like, you're apologizing for all this bullshit. Bro, you're hypocritical, my nigga. You need to take that shit to the chin, bro. And doing, again, first of all, obviously, within this whole apology shit, when he first said this fucking empathy dumb shit, bro, even to that right there, you're already hypocritical. By doing this content cop shit, that makes you immediately a big ass hypocrite for that shit. So I don't know, like I don't know what this nigga like Ian wants to hear. Well, I do know what he wants to hear because he wants to hear all the fucking yap coming out of this dumb nigga's mouth. But barring that, like what did you think was gonna happen, bro? Like what did you truly think was gonna happen? Like this is you. The change you decided to make, it wasn't that good of a change, bro. Sorry, bruv. Actually, not sorry. You did it to yourself, nigga.
Videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons, and you know, obviously didn't.
So what was a good reason for this content cop, Ian? What was a good reason? Because I'll tell you right now, you didn't even have to make this motherfucker. You said it yourself. You didn't even want to make this. You were gonna lose if you were doing this. You probably lost the plot. You did. Barring that, what was the point? All you had to do was disavow CPS, bro. All you had to do is disavow that shit, bro. Like,
have any accountability online whatsoever on my end. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on, and I'm not. I'm a human. I'm a real human.
you believe yourself to be better than Ethan, so then what the fuck are you doing right now? Like, obviously, this is like him. This is us knowing in hindsight. But like, if he were to go back and see this shit, which wasn't even that long ago, bruh, like you're literally hypocritical as fuck doing the shit you are right now. Like,
Who makes mistakes, and you know, I make a different set of mistakes than the people I was making videos on, but it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate. It's also indoctrinated a lot of people into thinking that this...
Oh, wait, that's the one soundbite thing. I don't believe that people deserve this much cruelty and hate, and like that's literally what the fuck you're doing, and extremely what you're doing by co-signing niggas who are doing this shit directly to Ethan. You fucking idiot. Oh my god, man, you truly are the arbiter, bro, but you're not the arbiter of intelligence, you dumbass. I'll tell you that much. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You might be the Oh no, you're the arbiter of soy. My bad. My apologies. Meet King Soy over here.
This is an okay way to behave, and it's not.
What happened? Am I so uniquely evil that you're willing to abandon your newfound principles after what?
Nothing happened. He's just a fucking moron and he's hypocritical.
Less than a year? What is it that I've done, Ian, that makes me more detestable than any of the other people that you've content copped? And for what did you do this? To revitalize your
I was about to say, I ain't gonna cap, because the nigga was falling off because them fucking videos, like the Cheez-It shits and all them other shits he was making, bro, was not fucking working. So he got blasted right through the Hassan's camp, and hopefully these niggas accept him so he can get that view boost. And what's the best way to do that? Let's fucking shit on Ethan Klein. That's fucking tough. Let's not disavow fucking CPS being called on him falsely. Hey, man. Content cop, anyone? H3? Ian, it's fucking done, bruh. It's done. It's cooked, bruh. And I'm also gonna leave, because this shit about to be over, so I'm also gonna leave with this again, bro. And we still gotta cover like more parts of the official Ethan's official response to the fucking content cop, but I'm still leaving it with this, bro. What happens when you do some shit that Hassan's camp is not going to fucking like? And when those niggas do not like you no more, who are you gonna be making content for at that point? Because my niggas already checked out. My niggas already checked out. And they checked out even before this shit. I'm not even gonna lie. But mad because of this shit, mad heads and checked out even more. We gonna see, bruv. We are going to see.
Career. His entire video reeks of desperation, of being thrown together, and poorly researched. I don't really even understand why they did this, and I can't imagine that it's going to be worth it.
I'm trying to tell you, the content cop that he made should have been on old Idubbbz, and that was quite literally the only correct answer on who the content cop should have been on. It should have been on his old self. That's it. Next.
For the 8 years of friendship, buddy, have fun with your new friends.
And that shit is so fucking crazy. But hey, yo, you already know. Shout out Ethan Klein. Channel H3 Productions. You already know. Shout out to H3 fam. That was my response to Idubbbz H3. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG vid down in the description. First link. Go share the love, of course, with H3 Productions, H3 fan, H3 pod. You know what I'm saying? Like watching the vids. But my final opinion and conjecture, I ain't gonna lie, before you head out of here, is really simple. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just gonna keep saying it, bro. Because after the after we cover the final parts of, you know what I'm saying, the response. I don't know, unless some more dramas come up with the whole H3 John, you know what I'm saying? Might be cooked. So one of the final things I definitely want to stamp in, at least for Ian, is just like, dog, all you had to do was say CPS bad. Well, not even CPS bad, because CPS can be good in certain situations. But all you had to do was say, like, yo, CPS being called on Ethan and Hila, who are obviously innocent family, who love their children and all that, is bad. All you had to do was disavow that, John. And you fucking didn't, bruh. You fucking didn't, because you... I don't even know what it is. I'm not sure if you got psyoped by fucking Anisha. I'm not sure if you got psyoped by fucking Hassan's Cloud or whatever the fuck, glazing that nigga. I'm not sure what it was. But you just decided not to do that, and all this fuckery happened. And know all the backlash and shit you're getting? These are their consequences for them dumbass actions. As I always say, stupid actions, stupid consequences. So yeah, we gonna see what it is and what goes forward with Ian. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't believe it's gonna be any positive shit. I mean, look at what he's doing right now. You think it's gonna get better? Look at the niggas he's co-signing on that shit. It's gonna get better. Come on, man. But y'all already know what it is. Obviously, like I said, if more stuff come out, you know, Trilly gonna be here to check it. And watch out for tomorrow when I post part 3. You already know what it is. So to the official, you know, Ethan Klein's official response to that, you know, Country Cup Reach 3. Other than that, though, I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.